So we decided, let's do part 2 of invisibility.
Yeah, I think it's a big topic that people want to listen to and talk about because I think it's something that all of us feel sometimes, especially with this whole, internet generation. And when somebody doesn't text you back, you feel ghosted, and that's kind of got a negative connotation on it. And people are moving around so much that you feel like you're getting dropped here, there, and everywhere. So I think it's an important topic to talk about and learn about.
So that part of feeling invisible, we talked about, we'll say part 1 was about raising your vibration, and then you start to have a different vibrational island, let's say. But this topic of feeling invisible is more of a self-worth issue. The ghosting is really interesting. I've been ghosted, and that is when I had self-worth issues. So there are programs running in the back of our subconscious mind. Times where we felt hurt as children, sometimes themes that we bring into to learn, where our self-worth, our self-love, our self-respect, our boundaries are not even there. So what happens is we have this thing in the background saying, I'm invisible. I'll give you a really good example, but there's so many. There was a client I was working on. She says, she knew it. She says, I have felt invisible all my life. Right? She goes, I walk in a room, nobody sees me. People ask someone a question, I put up my hand, teacher never sees me. But she goes, we're doing a beam session. A beam session, things were coming out. And she says, oh my gosh, I just remembered something. She was in school, about grade 3, and back then you could bring birthday cakes to the classroom. And everyone got a slice of cake, but she didn't get one. Then the teacher said, everyone got a slice of cake, you can have seconds. She didn't get one slice of cake, and everyone was on seconds. She was invisible. Now, did the teacher try to be mean to her? No, the teachers were nice. Her own programming put up, I'm invisible, don't even see me. Why? To reinforce the theme or reinforce the issue she has, the challenge she has to overcome. So then she goes through this whole life feeling invisible. People don't do this, people don't return. I never included, there's so many people out there that say, Brenda, if I initiate stuff, people will come.
Yeah.
But I never get invited. And that actually was something that happened very commonly with me. I was a pretty charismatic kid, and I liked everyone. I could, actually, you know what?
I can't imagine you being charismatic, actually.
No, actually, I was pretty shy. But actually, to be quite honest, now I'm thinking about it, I would put out a birthday, and only like 20% of people would come.
Yeah.
I had self-worth issues. I don't deserve to have a party. So even though I made the effort, it would be very minimal.
Yeah, I feel like that's a common theme for a lot of people, but I don't know that we're aware of it.
No.
Like, I think that those kind of thoughts are, like, people function with it, live with those kind of thoughts, but I don't know that they would say, yeah, put up their hands and say, yeah, that, I feel that.
Well, this is why it's so important to take time every day and sit for at least 15 minutes, 1-5, and be with yourself, be with your body, be with your being, be with your thoughts. And you can see the patterns in your life if you really are courageous enough to look. And that's where I was courageous enough to look and realize I have a self-worth issue. I have self-respect issue. I have no boundaries. I'm a people pleaser. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't been living a life for me. I just been living a life for everyone else. People saw me when they needed me. Other than that, they didn't see me. And I've been ghosted by girls, by guys, and it hurts. And what I realized is those experiences were trying to get my attention to show me what's in your subconscious mind that makes you feel invisible. You're doing that. And I'm like, whoa. Now I'm invisible for different reasons. It's with a higher vibration, and I understand it, and I don't take it personally at all. But looking back at my life, did you ever feel invisible?
Well, for sure, and a lot of times in school too, but when you say like that I'm doing that to myself, that makes me feel like, okay, well then maybe there's something I can do to get out of this. Like, you know, because it feels oftentimes like somebody is doing something to you. Like you feel like the victim. Oh, there, somebody ghosted me again, you know? Or somebody dropped me out of their life again. And it's like, well, if there's something I'm doing to cause that, that kind of empowers me.
Yes.
To say, hey, that means I can change this.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes. And you can change it.
Yeah.
It's acknowledging and saying, yes, I have a problem. I have a program that says I'm invisible or I'm not worthy enough. And that's when you start to do the work.
But I don't know if I sat with myself 15 minutes a day, if that would come up for me. Like, I don't know. I feel like I need help. I feel like I need to talk to somebody to get there. Like, I don't know if me just sitting by myself for 15 minutes, if I would ever figure that out.
Okay, maybe not. Possibly not. But you might. What I was saying is when you're meditating or being quiet, your higher self can give you messages. And you just might have this aha moment or inspiration. Right? It's you that's causing it. I love what you said. Like, I thought like you feel like a victim. We're not victims of this planet. This planet is beautiful. I'm so excited to be here. It is a mirror. Whatever's happening to us is the universe, this beautiful world saying, Brenda, you have this issue. If you have a pattern that continues and continues, okay, now we have the foresight to know what this is all about. But if you're just waking up, and now you're looking at all the patterns in your life and saying, oh my gosh, I've been mistreated, that I'm not a victim. I created this.
There's something for me to learn here. And I'm not getting it.
That's right.
So I need to look at it somehow differently.
That's right. And if you ignore it, we're in this time of change. Like humanity's we're trying to wake up humanity now because it's very important. Those things are becoming more apparent, more aggressive, more like it's so blatant in your head.
Yeah.
Like here, if you really sat there and says, I want to know what's going inside, you will hear the answer. And sometimes you need to be quiet to hear the answer.
Yeah, well, I needed your help to hear my answers.
Well, you can always reach out for help.
So it's nice to have somebody to talk to about this stuff, and it's nice to belong to a part of a community when you're learning about this kind of stuff, and it's good to come see Brenda if you need a little bit of help. So for more information on any of this that you heard today, go to www.sobrilliant.ca and get your free call with Brenda. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for joining us.
If you have any questions or comments, visit us at sobrilliant.ca.
Sending you lots of love and light. Until next time.